Peter, how long have you been in Arizona?
Okay, I want to call the meeting of the October 28th, 2020 meeting of the Planning Commission to order. Can you do roll call, please?
Commissioner Irvin.
Present.
Commissioner Hirschbein.
Present.
Commissioner Lewin.
Present.
Commissioner Song.
Present.
Vice Chair Maruzzi.
Here.
Chair Wormick.
Present.
7 members present. We have a quorum.
Can I have a report on the posting of the agenda, please?
Yes, Madam Chair, the meeting was posted on Thursday, October, excuse me, 1 second. Sorry, Thursday, October 22nd. The meeting has been published and posted in accordance with law.
Thank you. Can I have a motion on the acceptance of the agenda? My understanding, Mr. Newell, is that item 2B is an item that we will, when we get to that, we will postpone to a date certain.
That is correct. Staff is requesting that the Commission continue item 2B to a date certain of December 9th. So we'll ask for that when that item comes up for hearing.
Thank you. This is now public comment. Do we have any members of the public who wish to speak?
No, Madam Chair, we have not had anyone request to speak during this portion of the agenda. We do have the members of the applicant team for item 2A, and they will speak when that item is heard.
At this point, I will open and close the public comment period. The first item before us is the consent agenda, and it's the approval of the minutes of July 8th, 2020 and September 9th, 2020. Do I have a motion? Moved by Commissioner Song, seconded by Commissioner Lewin. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Commissioner Hirschbein.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewin.
Yes.
Commissioner Song.
Yes.
Vice Chair Maruzzi.
Yes.
Chair Wormick.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
The next item is a public hearing item. It's continued Destination Remote LLC for a conditional use permit and major architectural application for the redevelopment of the pad site D to include the demolition of an existing building for the construction of 2 quick service restaurants with drive-through locations at 5601 East Ramon Road. As we get into this, I've asked for a short staff report to update the Commission on the results of the meeting between the subcommittee and the applicants and the AAC, and I'm going to hold questions of staff until we close the public hearing.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Staff report, please.
As soon as we get the slides up, I have just a few to go over. So as you mentioned, the Planning Commission reviewed this project on September 23rd, 2020, and at the time you recommended that the project be continued until a subcommittee could review the project. and have some sketches that were that could be produced by the applicant for the Raising Cane's portion of the project. So when the Planning Commission reviewed the project on September 23rd, they requested a few things. One was to save mature landscaping, reduce the number of parking spaces, increase the outdoor patio area at Raising Cane's, and reevaluate the circulation around the restaurant. The subcommittee met on October 6th. They looked at two sketches that were produced by the applicant, and the subcommittee wanted to eliminate the downspouts on the north side, eliminate 3 parking spaces on the south side, eliminate 1 space at the south driveway entrance, extend the canopy over the drive-through windows, and the pedestrian connection to the street. So the next 2 slides are the sketches that the subcommittee reviewed just for the other members of the committee, the Planning Commission. So this version was shifted the building to the west. It pretty much left the circulation around the building as you enter from the Walmart parking lot. This was not the sketch that the subcommittee chose. It was this one called Parallel to Ramon, where the building was rotated and the drive-throughs now face Ramon Road. It manages to save the mature landscaping. I'm pointing it out here. The trees that are at the corner will remain, and the trees along San Luis Way will remain. Moving on to the formal site plan, which is in your packet, this is the final design showing the double drive-through. You come in off of the parking lot from Walmart and go directly into the drive-through, the double queuing, order, pick up your food, and you exit out. And we have a sketch showing the circulation. So the red arrows are for Raising Cane, and the green arrows are for the Starbucks. So when the applicant reviewed the circulation within the parking lot, they determined that they did need to move one of the the driveway entrances, this one here. So now there's a clean shot right into the queuing area for the drive-through. So currently this driveway is a little bit more to the left, the right. So they're shifting it to the left for easy in and out. And then on Starbucks, the exit of the Starbucks drive-through now has a little kink in it here that will direct traffic to exit to the left so that there's not cross traffic in this area here. And then for Starbucks, they have added a new driveway entrance, so there's a clean shot into the queuing area for the Starbucks. So those are the different changes that have happened since the subcommittee has reviewed the project. So this is a landscape plan showing the full landscape with mature trees that are being saved along Ramon Road here on the corner. There was also some conversation, let me go back for 1 second, about this area that I'm pointing at right now. In the plan that the subcommittee looked at, there was additional parking. Those parking spaces have been, several have been eliminated, and the handicap has been shifted over, allowing for a larger planter area and outdoor seating. The subcommittee also asked for canopies to be added above the drive-through windows, and I'm pointing to those now. There's this one, which is the pay window, and this is the pickup window. And in this elevation here, it shows how it extends out over both of the drive aisles, providing shading. The commission may want to discuss this. We feel that this is a reflection of what the subcommittee asked, but the subcommittee may weigh in as if this is the final version with these two canopies over top of the pickup and the pay window. So, Madam Chair, this is a public hearing. It was noticed. We have not received any additional correspondence from anyone other than the applicants that are going to speak. There's a resolution and the findings that the Planning Commission needs to make to approve the CUP for both Raising Cane's and Starbucks. Because there have been revisions to the site plan, this will approve both restaurants, Parcel D. The Planning Commission will see in the future the sign program, which has been asked to go back to AAC for the sign program, and then the Planning Commission will have to review the sign program to approve it. Also, at the next meeting in November, the Planning Commission will review the parcel map waiver to subdivide the lot into two lots. As the subcommittee met, they requested that the project not go back to AAC, that this is the final review, and they agreed to that. So that concludes my report, Chair.
Thank you. At this point, I will open the public hearing. If the applicant is here, they have 10 minutes.
Hi, this is Stan Rothbart. We are the Hi, this is Stan Rothbart. We are the applicant. Let's start our video. Okay, I'll try it again. Hi, this is Stan Rothbart. We are the applicant. This is our rehearing. We're pleased to be back in front of Planning Commission. I think the approach of going to a subcommittee was extraordinarily helpful, and I think that the end product that came out of subcommittee is a far better product than we went into subcommittee with. As much as we're happy to see you again, we're hoping this will be the last time with this matter. We've designed and redesigned. We've accepted all of the comments and suggestions that have been made, and we're anxious to get started. So unless there are any questions, I'll pass the baton.
Are there any questions of the applicant? Seeing none, Commissioner Irvin?
I just want to ask, are you guys a little worried about the traffic that you're going to accumulate with this entrance if the restaurant gets busy?
Well, I think that is the new design is contemplation of the probably the worst case scenario. I can have their engineers speak to it, but they have hundreds of stores and they've gone to this double drive-through precisely for that reason, to be able to handle the traffic at high density times. So I think they're very comfortable with it. I think it's a 22-car stack. So we think that's more than adequate.
Thank you. Any other questions of the applicant? The matter is before the commission.
Madam Chair, I think Commissioner Song has a question.
Oh, I wasn't seeing the full screen. Commissioner Song?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The simple question for the applicant is, at the two lanes that are parallel to Ramon, does the outer lane, do the cars in the outer lane, are they, if it is super busy and people have order, will they be waiting their turns, or is it more of a passing outer lane?
John Pollock, are you?
Yeah, I'm here. That question may be better answered by Marty at Raising Cane's.
Hi, good evening, Commissioner Song. So the outside lane, it would be considered the expo lane, as the crew members take orders before both lines line up, and the inner lane will pick up their orders at the pickup window, and the outer lane, crew members will come and hand deliver their order.
Okay, thank you. So therefore, the shade structure crosses over both lanes, correct? As you're showing it on the plan.
Yes.
And they're both about 12 feet wide and I would say 30 feet long.
They're about 25, between 25 and 30 long. The width, however, one of them is about 6'6", and the other one is about 12 foot wide. 8 foot wide. Due to our tower sizes for the pay window and the pickup window, we could only accommodate that width because of the equipment inside of the floor plan.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you. The matter is before the commission. Are there any questions of staff?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Hirschbein has some questions.
of the applicant?
Staff.
Okay, questions of staff. I actually wanted to also throw it to you to talk, see if you had anything you want to tell the commission about the study session. Or the meeting.
Well, there is actually. I thought I could just do that now. But before I do, I thought when we were in subcommittee, Glenn, we said that Planning Commission was not going to review the signage, that the signage was going to end with AAC.
So the signage, a sign program requires formal action through resolution by the Planning Commission. So the project does need to go to AAC, and it can come back to Planning Commission as a consent item if the commission does not want to discuss it, but it does have to have formal action by the Planning Commission through resolution.
Okay, well, that was not what was indicated, but I'd be, like, as I said, and this is addressing Planning Commission, as I said in the subcommittee meeting, I totally trust AAC to do a good job in reviewing the signage program and see no need for us to put it into our general agenda, and I'd be happy to see it on consent. I'd like to just say also, Glenn, the subcommittee members did not choose the option that's being presented. There were two options that were presented, and I asked the applicant which one they preferred, and they chose the one that's being presented. So it was their choice, and I actually think it was the right choice. I would just like to say that, you know, I've been doing this for quite a while now, and your team is like the most cooperative team I've ever worked with. Every comment you either addressed in a specific way or gave really cogent reasons to why it would be a problem. And I know you tried to follow all of our comments from Planning Commission, and that led to sort of a bump in the road. And I do believe that the subcommittee really ironed out all those issues. And for sure, it is just so much better now than it was when the AAC saw it for the first time and when we saw it for the first time. And I just couldn't be more pleased, and I'm ready to sign off on it.
Is that a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Commissioner Song. The only amendment, if it's friendly to both of you, is that when the sign program comes back to us, it comes back as a consent item.
Yeah, and like I said, I totally trust AAC to do the right thing as far as the sign program.
I accept the modification.
Thank you. Any comments from the commission? My only comment was it was really wonderful to work with your group, and I'm really pleased that we came up with something that works for you and works for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Commissioners.
Thank you. Look forward to meeting you.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Madam Chair, I think Commissioner Lewin had a comment.
I'm sorry. When I'm not seeing the whole commission, I can miss that. Commissioner Lewin?
I just wanted to thank the subcommittee for doing this work. This is a great project, and it was exactly the work that needed to be done. And I'm grateful to all of you for doing it and bringing something that I'll 100% support. So I hope you're very successful with your restaurant businesses.
Thank you. I second that.
And if you have a grand third, invite us. Please invite us if you have an opening.
When we have our opening, right? Or yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If we're out of COVID and you can have a party.
That's true. That's very true.
We'll hold you to that invitation.
Exactly.
At this point, are there any other comments? And if I don't see you, you're welcome to chime in. Seeing none, can we call the question?
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Commissioner Hirschbein?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewin?
Yes.
Commissioner Song?
Yes.
Vice Chair Maruzzi,
Yes.
Chair Wormick.
Yes, with pleasure.
Very nice.
The motion passes unanimously. Congratulations.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you each. Take care and stay well.
Thank you. Okay, we are at item 2B, Spectrum Services on behalf of Verizon Wireless for a conditional use permit to construct a communications facility consisting of a 43-foot high monopole and associated equipment cabinet located within Demuth Park at 3601 East Mesquite. Staff report, please.
Madam Chair, we will not give a full staff report because of the recommendation that this be continued to December 9th. However, we would recommend that the commission open the public hearing, receive testimony, and then continue the hearing to December 9th and receive a full staff report and any other additional public testimony at that time. What I'd recommend is that we try and reach the one person who has asked to speak at this time and then receive that testimony.
And is that person the applicant or is it a member of the public?
It is a member of the public.
Thank you. Then they will have 3 minutes when you reach them.
John Henning.
Hi, Mr. Henning. This is the Planning Commission. This is David Newell with the Planning Commission. I'm calling to allow you to provide your testimony if you would like to at this time.
You can tell the commission that I'll have no comment. Recommendation by staff.
Okay, so the item will be.
I can relay that whichever you prefer.
So the item will be continued to December 9th, and at that time, we'll also hold a public hearing.
Yes. It sounds like we're calling somebody on them. I want you, Gary, so yeah. If you want to relay it, that would be perfect.
I'm sorry.
John,
Yeah, can you turn down your volume?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So you do not wish to provide comment at this time?
You can until the continued date.
Okay, we'll disconnect now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed. I will take a motion to continue this item until Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. Commissioner Hirschbein?
I would just like to ask staff, not for tonight, but when it comes before us again, if the letter is still relevant. We received a letter from a lawyer describing why the applicant should be using the existing monopole and not this one. If that's still an issue at the next meeting, could you evaluate that letter for us and let us know staff's opinion on that?
Yes, Commissioner Hirschbein, and that's what we'll be investigating as a part of the additional time that we'll have with this continuance.
Great, thank you. I'll move that it be continued.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Song, roll call, please.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Commissioner Hirschbein?
Yeah.
Commissioner Lewin?
Yes.
Commissioner Song?
Yes.
Vice Chair Maruzzi?
Yes.
Chair Wormick?
Yes. The item is continued. The next item we are at is Planning Commission reports, requests, and comments. Are there any? There being none, we'll go to the next item, which is the Planning Director's report.
Madam Chair and Commissioners, just a few items. We sent you today an action summary of recent City Council meetings. And so I can just briefly touch on those. On October 8th earlier this month, the City Council adopted a resolution denying the appeal filed for the convenience store at 2444 North Palm Canyon Drive. That was proposed to be the 7-Eleven. So they did uphold your decision to deny the project. Also on October 8th, the council received and reviewed the limited update to the vision and priorities for the general plan. They did give us a number of items and direction for us to do and to continue work on that. So that will be something that will go back to council at a later time after we address those items. On October 22nd, there were two items that the commission had heard recently. One of those was the VIP motor cars on Matthew Drive. So the City Council did overturn the commission's decision and approve the conditional use permit subject to conditions. The applicant is to address some pedestrian safety measures and traffic calming measures. And they also had required that a 12-month review occur on the conditional use permit. And then secondly, on October 22nd, there was the Tower Market specific plan amendment and conditional use permit. That item was continued to the next meeting of November 12th for City Council, so that will come back in November to the Council for review. So that's all I have for City Council decisions. Just wanted to also mention that our next meeting in November, we do only have one meeting, and that's on November 18th. We do have a number of public hearing items that we will have for business. So we do anticipate that that might be a long meeting. Granted, it is our only meeting, so of course, we want to make sure that we continue to move applications through the review process. So if the commission is okay starting earlier on that date, perhaps at 4 p.m., we would just ask if that would be okay.
I'm seeing thumbs up from, is there a thumbs up from everyone here? Yes. Thank you. I wanted to make one comment on the overturning of the VIP Motors denial. One of the items that was raised that I thought was interesting and you might like to hear is that the property was zoned R2 only because the owners of that lot had requested it because they had intended to expand and do some residential. That plan was stopped when the adjacent parcel, which I think they had owned, became a watershed and was acquired by Coachella Valley, one of the Coachella Valley authorities, so that there would never have been any possibility of the R2 being built out. So that brings us to adjourning the meeting. I want to adjourn the meeting with a congratulations to the citizens of Palm Springs. We were the first city in California to achieve 50% of our residents having voted in advance of the election. I believe that happened a few days ago, and I'm very proud of us for doing that. For everybody else who hasn't voted, please vote in person. There is early voting this weekend. I think, is it Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and you can still drop your ballots at the ballot drop at Demuth and City Hall. It is getting late to drop your ballot by mail if you want your ballot counted on Election Day. Thank you all so much. See you on help me with that. It's
November 18th.
See you on November 18th.
Thank you.
We're adjourned.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Stay well.